welcome back to the Anchor Down Podcast. This is Season 3, Episode 19. I'm your host, Ian Larrabee.
Co-host, Benny Gallick.
Today, coming in with not a lot of activity happening right now. Sports, kind of have a few of us left, still going.
Right, yeah. Some winding down, some winding up. So
yeah, a couple already ended. You guys, hockey last night had a big win for the quarterfinals of playoffs.
Right, yeah, quarterfinals, Section 7A. So yeah, North Shore came to town last night for 6 o'clock game. Yeah, it was a little different not having JV play before us. So
right,
kind of warming up. It was a little different, but we didn't seem to struggle at all. No. We got an 11-0 win. I mean, outshot them 60-11. So yeah, I think that was kind of the story for all the higher seeded teams last night in Section 7 besides Proctor and I Falls. I know that game did go to overtime.
Really?
Yeah, but I do know that Hermantown beat Greenway a score of 16-0, so that was a little probably more than I expected, but I'm going to guess they didn't cut any players back because they're a team that doesn't do that.
Right,
so.
They didn't let off.
Yeah. I know Cloquet beat Moose Lake 9-0.
Yeah.
So yeah, just kind of, I mean, easier games for all the higher seeded opponents. So Cloquet will play Proctor in the semifinals before us at 6 o'clock on Saturday, and then we've got Hermantown at 8
on Saturday.
So yeah,
and that's down in Duluth at the Amsoil.
Yeah, at the Amsoil. So yeah, kind of a later game, but I mean it's a Saturday night. So it's
what else you got going on?
Right. Yeah, it should be
on TV. You know?
Yes, they will be on Channel 10, so everyone can watch.
Cool.
So yeah, it'll be.
Yeah, and they, last night I was there. We had the pep band was there. And, decent student section.
Right. Yeah. I think
fans.
for our opponent, I mean, obviously not going to be the biggest, closest game, kind of energetic, but I thought, it was a good show.
Getting there a little, 30, 45 minutes before the game started, it was practically still empty, which is a weird thing. Usually you have the JV game going on.
That's kind of, I was thinking of warm-ups too. I'm like, is anyone going to come? Like, there's no one here right now. But it filled in decent.
Definitely filled in more. So you guys have this game against Hermantown, big game. I mean, big win right here. You need to get this win.
It's do or die. I mean, if we win, I'd really, really like our chances of beating. I mean, Proctor or Cloquet in that final game. But
I'd agree with that one.
Yeah, just kind of taking it one game at a time right now. One shift, one period. Because the second you look ahead is the second you get behind.
Yeah.
So you got to just.
Yeah, 100%.
Keep taking that mountain.
I was telling kids yesterday at practice, we have sections coming up this weekend, and it's that same idea, man. I mean, it's one match at a time. It's that one piece in front of you.
Yep.
You can't overlook any part of it. You can't hope we're gonna get to this, or hopefully maybe I do lose, I get there. Whatever it might be.
Can't take a minute off. Yeah. Because that's when you think you're all right is when it's like, oh, we're not all right because there's 3 seconds left, and I mean you're down by a goal. It's obviously you're not gonna get another. But
The season's only 5 more games.
Right. Yeah. I mean, if you really think of it, it's five more games if we can win a state title.
Yeah.
So it's
no kidding.
I hate to think of it like that because it seems so short, but at the same, we're almost there. But I mean, again, one game at a time. There's good teams. I mean, we're not going to have another easy game all year.
No, you're not going to. And I think that's part of it. There's obviously the idea of being confident in your abilities and confident in being able to perform. But then the realistic part of, an 11-0 win against a team is not going to happen from now on.
Right.
I mean, they're going to be tight 1 point, 2 point games maybe.
Absolutely.
That are going to come down to who's got that extra energy, who's got that extra little bit of grit,
that depth, and
and that's definitely an important factor. Is you got to be prepared to have a close game to pull off that win. You got to be prepared going in down by 1 or something like that, or going in tied and needing to get that goal.
I mean, some people could also disagree with me, but I think Cloquet, Hermantown, and us we're just so close to each other.
Yeah.
It's this section is whoever wants it more, and whoever's
100%.
gonna.
Who's got that fight in them?
Right, who's going to play their best game when it actually matters? Because I know Hermantown lost to Cloquet, and we beat Cloquet, but we lost to Hermantown. I mean, it's all mixed up, and they're all close games. I mean, if you can take those empty net goals away, I mean, it's still a 1-2 goal game. So it's just everyone's so close, but it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, no, 100% it is. This Saturday, 8 o'clock. I'm going to try my best to get to that game. We have sections Friday and Saturday down in Malacca. But hoping maybe possibly be able to get there in time to watch that.
Right.
Just to see it there.
Yeah, I remember last year's section semifinal against Cloquet was a game to be at for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it was close until about the end when we got that empty net. So
Right. Yeah, I know.
Really fun game.
Ended up missing both of those last year. So again, it falls on the time of our section in
right.
state.
It's hard to go watch other winter sports when you're in one as well.
Yep.
So.
And so it's tough because I think then the finals is that next week, right?
Right.
That next Saturday.
That Wednesday. It'll be.
Is it Wednesday?
Yeah.
And then that's the day that we leave to go to state. If we make it. So it's like, well, that's not.
Yeah, it sucks.
Fun.
I mean,
it's that's
so
annoying.
Everyone's so busy.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, good luck to you guys.
Yeah,
100%. We're gonna try. I know a lot of people are going there. I've already talked to a lot of people to be down there. Get a good crowd.
Right.
And then, so another team here wrapping up their season is girls basketball. Their last game's tomorrow, Thursday the 20th. That's a home game versus Cloquet. And then they're going to have at least one playoff game. Right. I'm not sure who they'll end up facing, but I'm sure it's going to be away.
I'm going to guess,
right?
yeah.
And then boys basketball, they picked up 2 wins in the past week here.
Yeah, that big one against Cloquet.
Yeah, and then they beat Rock Ridge again.
That's big again.
Which is nice.
Like you said in the previous podcast, anytime a Hibbing team beats Rock Ridge, it's like, yeah.
It's a good feeling.
Right.
And so they have a game tomorrow at Denfeld on the 20th, and then next Tuesday, the 25th, they're at Bemidji. And then I think there's one more game, like the 28th maybe after that. In the regular season. I'm pretty sure though them beating Cloquet like guaranteed a home playoff.
Right, and I also think it guaranteed a number 1 seed as well because
think so too.
Rock Ridge lost to Cloquet. I know that much in basketball. So hopefully their team's staying healthy.
Right.
You know,
yeah, from what I've heard,
season gets long. So.
They've been doing real well. They got a few games left here regular season, then get ready for that postseason. I think their first playoff game set for the 5th of March. Well, I think that's a Wednesday.
Okay.
Wednesday, I think.
Their last home game is Friday the 28th at home against Rapids.
Yeah, Rapids that last game on the 28th.
That's not a bad one either against Rapids.
Yeah, so they'll have that. Good luck to them as well. Obviously that's, you guys are kind of similar spot of them. You're right there.
Yeah, I think so too.
Probably really close to it. And again, it always comes down to in the postseason of who has that determination.
I mean, if we were talking a month ago about this basketball team, I would have said I'm not sure if they would even. Get a home game, but now they're proving people wrong. So that's awesome to see. I know that game 100%. In Cloquet was fun to go to. The amount of time I was there, but it was good.
Yeah. Yeah, so they have that coming up. Good luck to them. Good luck to the girls wrapping up the season. And then boys swimming, they had their last, it was both the last event of the year and home event last night, and that was also the senior night. I was meaning to look here exactly, like trying to get some more specific results. I'm not sure how many teams that were there. But they're looking now. They've got kind of a long break. It looks like their section isn't until the 27th.
Okay.
That's. Like maybe they have one more in there before that. Otherwise, no. Maybe it is just next week. Okay. 27th and the 1st. That's next Thursday and then Saturday. Right. For the swimming and diving for their sections. So, like I said, their boys. They've got a couple. I think what are they like 10th, 11th grade? There's like John Lund. I know he's solid. Wiley Stenson.
If Caleb still does it.
Yeah. And so I'm sure they'll probably end up getting a couple kids. Hopefully. Hopefully. A couple kids
I know we
make
said
it.
that with skiing. And we might jinx them.
Yeah. So hopefully they are.
Our bad skiers. We didn't mean to jinx them there.
Just keep putting in that extra bit. Getting ready.
Right.
This, in my opinion, 100% is the longest part of the sport, is like, especially come winter season, is this end time.
Yeah, I mean,
it feels like it's been an eternity from the beginning of the season till now.
Right.
But when it comes down to it, this is all that really necessarily matters.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Really, this is the rest of the season. Nothing.
Like we said earlier, I mean, everyone's record resets to 0-0.
Yep.
So it's.
Yeah, I was
whose game. I mean,
right. I was talking again to the wrestlers yesterday about how last year there was a kid, Cooper, who lost to the same kid 2-3 times in regular season, came back to beat him in sections to go to state. My brother a couple years ago lost this Rock Ridge kid 2-3 times in the regular season, beat him at sections to go to state.
It's when it matters.
There's something about it where sections and playoffs they're unlike normal games. There's just something else to them.
I almost feel like that's with any sport, playoffs. It's I know last year, playing Greenway in the regular season, 15-0, and then playoffs, pretty sure it was only 4. So it's it's a different game. They fight for their lives. We do too. I mean, it's just different. Yeah, it's not like regular season.
Right. Yeah. So, then us wrestling, we have sections like I said this Friday and Saturday down in Malacca. We leave around 11:45 or so on Friday. Couple rounds go down Friday, and then we finish it up Saturday. It's really a weird situation there because we have Malacca doesn't have much for hotels or anything.
Right. Yeah,
we're driving down to Elk
there.
River afterwards to go stay in a hotel and then driving back up.
Is that a little far?
It's 45 minutes, an hour, dude.
Yeah.
I think there's a team staying in North Branch.
Okay.
I'm sure a couple teams will probably just go home. Morrow will go home. Rush City will go home. North Branch.
What's the sense of scheduling it in Malacca?
I don't know, dude. I mean, they kind of rotate schools.
I get that, but
I
mean, that's like having the state hockey tournament at the Hibbing Fairgrounds. I mean,
yeah,
silly.
It is. And I don't know that I've ever been to Malacca in my 7th through 12th grade of wrestling. And Malacca's been in our section every year. I don't know that I've ever been to that school. So who knows how this is going to play out. There was some fighting over the time of things starting. Originally, we weren't going to start on Friday till 5 o'clock. And then now we're starting at 4:30, so a little bit earlier. But we're not going to get out of there till 10:30 on Friday.
It's late.
Then they wanted us to be at weigh-ins at 7 a.m. on Saturday.
Oh God!
We got an hour drive to our hotel.
Yeah, and then an hour back there, so you gotta.
Yeah, no. So we got it moved up. We don't start till weigh-ins are at 9. I think 9:30 on Saturday now. Wrestling at 11. So yeah, that was a fun couple days of trying to get that stuff sorted out. Then we have. There's seating tonight, so they make the brackets tonight.
Okay. That was last Wednesday for us.
Yeah, so tonight they'll do that. Woj will go ahead and get in the meeting and get all that.
Is it coach's vote?
So there's a automated system we have. There's this system that records all of our matches essentially, and that is what all the tournaments are on. Is this company, this website. And so they automatically make a bracket. They go off of your wins against kids in the section, your record, your common opponents. Like if you beat a kid who lost to whatever.
Yep.
And then it'll automatically make it, and then they go through each weight. And anyone have anything to fight in here? Do you want to argue? Trying to make a point? Because sometimes you don't get a match against the same kid, right? So you're like, well, he hasn't beat him. And then you don't have a common opponent, and so you kind of have to go off of other stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so for the most part, it's automated, but a little bit of fighting. We'll see. We should have a few of us that have decent seeds. I'm expecting, hopefully looking just to get the 1 seed there.
Right. And
a couple other kids getting some decent seeds. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be a battle for sure.
Right.
I mean, it always is, but hopefully a few kids for sure be able to place. Again, I'm looking to make top 2 there for state this year.
Yeah, because they take 2, right?
Yeah, it's a top 2, and then they wrestle a true second match.
Okay.
So
I remember you saying.
Yeah,
that.
so if you go all the way back to 3rd place, you win the 3rd place. The loser of the 1st place match, you can wrestle unless you've already wrestled in the tournament. If you've already wrestled in the tournament, it's an automatic no match.
Okay.
But if you make it all the way back,
I'm kind of a fan of that true second.
It makes it way more competitive.
Yeah, I think
just
so too.
Undeniably, right?
Right.
And they don't do it at state, but for sections, because they truly do want to find the top 2 kids in each section.
Right. Yeah.
And there's every year kind of depends, but man, some years it's half to 3/4 of all the brackets have the true second match, and there is a good chance that true second is a fiery match. I mean, it's like neck and neck, tight, definitely. super good. Those are really fun to watch. Because it's really like you guys both know that you have everything to lose right now. You know,
definitely.
Well, you got the kid who just lost second or just lost first place.
Yeah, he's probably a little mad.
I had that happen my 9th grade year, as I lost in the finals and had a true second match, and it was just a battle. But boy, when you win it, is it rewarding?
Right.
Yeah, so all of us here, we're climbing down to the end of the ladder and getting into the postseason. Good luck to everybody going on. Spring sports, I'm sure those captain's practices are going to start up in a few weeks here, not too long.
Yeah, definitely in a few. I know tennis will start going to Virginia.
Yeah, I think track starts up midway through March or so, somewhere in there.
So spring is almost here.
Doesn't
feel like it, but
there's also the band concert is the 3rd of March, that Monday, so that's in a couple weeks here coming up. We're getting ready.
Skating show is also this Friday and Saturday.
Yeah.
At the Memorial Building. I'm not sure what time it starts, but
7 on Friday, 1 on Saturday.
Okay, 7 on Friday, 1 on Saturday.
There you go.
Perfect.
Yeah, other than that,
the skating show before the high school games. I know it was kind of a dilemma last year because some of our cheerleaders were in the skating show and they also had to cheer. So yeah, it was definitely different, but I mean,
good luck to everyone going forward right now. Don't really have a lot going on in town, in the area. Kind of quiet still. You've got you got professional, you got the Wild. I don't think you've played a game.
No,
week.
we're on Four Nations All-Star break. Yes, but U.S. is in the championship against Canada. So that was. I don't know if you watched the game on would have been Saturday, Sunday. I'm not sure.
The fight
with those Canada. 3 fights within 8 seconds. So that was cool to see. But
it's interesting. I kind of like that though. That formation.
Yeah, I do too.
Neat.
It's
kind of good.
I mean, I do like watching the skills competition because that's always kind of cool. But I mean, this All-Star, I mean, you compare it to a basketball game All-Star. I mean, those guys just walk around. But
I don't know.
Now we're actually playing real hockey right now. So it's really cool.
I think a lot of sports, basketball, football, even
the Pro Bowl,
and those games
football,
have just gotten to kind of a joke. It's like no one, I don't know, in my opinion, no one really wants to watch that, and a lot of people agree with that. They don't want to see that. But watching some real games, countries or whatever it is, that's a good time.
People leave it all out there. So it's cool to see. I mean, even if a lot of people do say the game of hockey is smaller, so it's not the biggest sport, but it definitely gets its attention.
But 100%, and that's been popular. Even people that don't necessarily watch or pay attention to hockey are kind of into it just because it is fun. It's something different. Then NBA too, you got T-Wolves. They're going on 31-25 record right now. They're kind of staying in the middle of the pack. Kind of fell off a lot from last year.
Right.
Sorry, Minnesota sports just don't know how to be good, I guess.
No.
They don't know how to win enough.
They're good for maybe a month, 2 weeks, and then
they'll give you the hope. They'll be good for long enough
they'll
to give you some hope.
Right. I was just gonna say
and then they'll just crush your spirits.
Yes, absolutely.
Other than that, really not a whole lot happening right now.
That's kind of all we got.
Just trying to get through this cold right now. I'm hoping next week I think is supposed to get back into the positives, 20s and 30s.
Yeah.
But still cold, a little bit of snow still coming through. But other than that, just good luck to everyone. Keep putting in that effort. Keep working here for the postseason. Get ready. Know it takes a lot. It's not an easy process of getting to the top. It's not easy winning those games, but try and get it.
Right. Yeah. Hopefully we'll have a couple state send-offs here in a couple weeks.
Right. Yeah. Hopefully we'll have a few different sports and individuals. All that's a fun time.
I like that. Yeah.
Other than that, just everyone stay warm here. Keep going on and try and get through the cold until we get into spring. And just again, good luck to everyone. Good luck to you boys on Saturday. Try and make it there, and we will see you next week on Anchor Down.
For over 25 years, U.S. Bank, located at 211 East Howard Street in Hibbing, Minnesota, has provided office and studio space for Hibbing Public Access Television. We are thankful for their ongoing support. Hibbing Public Access TV may be viewed on these platforms: hpat.org with video on demand, Mediacom Hibbing 802, 805, and 807. On Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV. Download the Hibbing Public Access TV app for your iPhone and Android devices. Find us on Facebook, YouTube, and Vimeo. For more information, scan the QR code and go to hpat.org.